MAX disaster could prove to be more damaging than even they realize. The Chinese are poised to break into aviation in a big way, and with Boeing's reputation in tatters, this could be the opportunity they've been waiting for. Welcome to the Atlantis Report. Today we analyze the new business battle for the skies between the US, Europe and China, namely the aviation industry. And can China break Airbus and Boeing's aviation duopoly? For decades, there have only been really two choices when it comes to commercial aircraft. Boeing and Airbus have a powerful duopoly over the industry, supplying aircraft worldwide at the fastest pace they can. The two manufacturers are often neck and neck when it comes to sales and production. Some years Boeing wins out, others it's Airbus. But recent events could soon change all that, as Boeing faces up to the prospect of losing the love for its best-selling aircraft. But China will become to the world's largest aviation market in the next 3 to 6 years. To, from, or through China, more than 500 million passengers fly each year. By 2035, that number is expected to be 1.3 billion. It is one of the fastest-growing aviation markets in the world, is home to what is believed to be the future busiest airport in the world, and is expected to soon surpass the US to become the single largest aviation market in the world. Last year, a new aircraft was delivered to a Chinese airline every 21 hours. That's $35 billion worth of aircraft purchased in a single year. All of this, however, represents a considerable problem for the world's largest aircraft manufacturer, Boeing. You see, the reason China is a problem for Boeing is also part of the reason why China is already such an enormous market for them. While the US is resoundingly Boeing's #1 customer, at least partially propped up by government defense contracts, China safely holds the #2 spot. Excluding North America, China, in fact, single-handedly earns Boeing more money than every continent in the world. Now, not only is China a fierce battleground between Boeing and Airbus, even if Boeing has a slight overall edge in market share, but the company now also faces a trifecta of issues potentially hindering its future dominance in this ultimately crucial aviation market. The first of these issues has to do with Boeing brand new yet beleaguered airplane, the 737 MAX. Prior to the MAX's grounding, China was, by a wide margin, the largest operator of this airplane. Its airlines had a total of 97 MAXes, while US Airlines, representing the second largest customer group, only had a total of 72. This is an aircraft particularly well suited to China's geography. With a number of smaller, secondary or tertiary cities, China's airlines are increasingly focused on developing non-stop flights bypassing the major hubs of Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, or flights to lower-demand cities outside of China. This is especially true given the huge number of smaller airlines operating in China who have established themselves by setting up hubs in some of the country's smaller cities whose populations more recently started the transition into the country's middle and upper classes than those of the country's Tier 1 cities.